Pisces. We will now be exploring love for couples and singles. So let's jump into the reading. First and foremost for Pisces singles, we'll see what's happening for you here. Okay, there's a bit of inequality for singles here. The Justice card is a bit of inequality, and also with the Six of Cups, there's a bit of lack, okay, lack of romance. It can also be emotionally immature people coming up around you, or people very much less experienced to you when it comes to matters of love, because children can represent this sort of energy of still learning, still being in the process, still developing. So although you might not necessarily have a child approaching you, it could indicate someone that takes an immature approach to love, or isn't very experienced, or they lack romance, they lack the ability to give and to make you feel special, Pisces. So there is someone around you here, and it could be someone coming out of the friend zone. It could be the past as well. Six of Cups can be past connections. So maybe this person is coming forward hoping you will accept their love, and maybe this is what they're coming forward with, because the High Priestess is a reveal. It's an announcement of some kind. So this person could be coming from the friend zone, coming in towards you from the friend zone. But the Justice and the Six of Cups, I don't know if they can give you what you're after, Pisces. The nine of Pentacles, you know, they present themselves well, and I think you're attracted. It could be someone you know through work, or through like children, the community, classes, hobbies, etc. But I feel with the Nine of Pentacles, it's more their attraction, but deep down they're failing to give you what it is that you want. I do feel like there is an important message, the High Priestess, or something that someone has to reveal to you. Could be you, Pisces. It could be that you have to reveal something, because, you know, the Death card, the High Priestess, may be concerning something about this person's past or your past that you have to reveal. But with the Six of Cups is a lack of sweetness, or this is being insensitive, I think. So either you are being insensitive towards someone, or they're being insensitive towards you, and this is not helping your connection progress. It could be ego related. The Nine of Pentacles is normally seen as ego, but there may be a relation here. And then we have the Justice card reversed, so it could be a Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra here. The Justice card ruled by Libra. Libra rules unions. Okay, it is a sign of partnerships. It is a sign of counterparts, etc. So there is an imbalance here in unions. Unionships are not quite the same as what you had. So something's shifting, or something's changing here, Pisces. But it could be someone who's being unfair to you when it comes to love, not giving you what you're entitled to. The High Priestess could also be an unplanned pregnancy for some singles, or meeting someone who has children. But the children reverse could indicate that either you don't get on with the children, or there's something about a family dynamic. You know, maybe the father or the mother is still in the picture. Maybe there's still feelings there. Maybe there's a lot of bitterness. So it can be, you know, maybe they're going through divorce. The Justice card reverse, Judgment card reverse. Some of you may have like a divorcee coming up around you for love and for romance, and they may drop a bombshell. I often associate that when I see the High Priestess. She can drop this bombshell on us. But some of you do have someone younger coming in. But you could mold them, Pisces. You could guide them and teach them your ways. because you can, you know, the High Priestess, she represents things like wisdom and absorbing knowledge and tradition. So there might be someone younger who's quite impressionable around you, Pisces, that will want to be themselves, but at the same time be the version that you want them to be. And it's not like they want to be, they're pretending to be someone else, but I think they're trying to show you that they can be the person that you're looking for. I think there's a lot of desire connected to this. How long they'll be able to keep that up for is obviously going to vary, and how committed they are is also going to vary. But seeing that, it does make me think there is someone here who is coming up around you romantically, who is wanting these things and wanting them with you. Let's move on to couples and see what comes up for Pisces couples. Okay, communication between couples could most definitely improve. You're talking and focusing a lot more about the future of this connection or relationship. I think it's more talks rather than action, because the opportunity to take initiative and action will be there, Pisces, but for one reason or another, you may not necessarily take it, or it could be a fire sign who's refusing to act. This is a card of taking initiative. It can also be a card of passion and lust, but it is a new chapter, so it is a milestone, but that someone might be communicating that they're not necessarily ready for that. I think you are, Pisces. The Knight of Cups, I do think this is you, and I do think you are ready for the next stage in a connection or to reach a major milestone. But I think there's someone here who's maybe not as ready as you are. The good thing is that Queen of Swords is that they've been thinking about it. So if it's something that you've sort of spoken about, or feel like it's always going to be at the back of this person's mind, so that you might propose something, or you know, we do see the proposal card, no marriage card here, but you might suggest something for your relationship. It may be reversed, it may be them suggesting something, but it's going to sit at the back of your mind. You can see the Queen of Swords sitting at the back here, and she's very much preoccupied by thought. She's analytical, so I do think you're analyzing communication a lot here, Pisces, but also someone who's analyzing things that you're saying. So your special person, your spouse, your lover, is analyzing things that you're saying and things that you're not saying. But I do feel like there is talks about the future, and this can involve marriage and remarriage. Those sorts of topics could come up. It could be a proposal, but it might be knocked back. Okay, the ace is upside down. Some of you may say no, you're not ready, it's not the right time, vice versa. You might have your special person say no. Could also be moving in together or talking about moving in. It is talking about a new chapter, and I think you're going to be very fixated and focused on it, which is good. But you may not necessarily take that action. Dominated by the sign of Leo, Leo represented by the wands here. So maybe Leo season might not necessarily be an optimal time for you to action those changes. Yes, you can discuss them. It also could be losing intimacy or losing touch with the physical aspect of your relationships. So maybe this is something you may need to work on or talk about. I feel the Queen of Swords sits on her throne here and almost instructs or delegates. And I think this is her way of guiding. So someone might tell you how they want something. A relationship, maybe how they like things in the bedroom. It could be you, Pisces. You might be the one that's sort of instructing and saying, it's almost like you're teaching the other, or they are teaching you what they like, what they prefer, their preferences, their likes. And you might feel more free. You might notice that there's more freedom after that has happened. The birds signifying freedom here. Could also be sharing a union with family and friends, or introducing someone significant to your to the people that you care very much about, to the people that are closest to you in your life. But notice how these characters, they all look to the Ace of Wands, but that's reversed. He's holding something very delicately here. I do feel like there is a sensitive topic, and I wonder if this judgment could be a little bit of a blow to the ego for either yourself. I think it's your person, to be honest. It's definitely something you're going to talk about, and then its communication with the angel here is reversed. I do feel like you'll be able to talk through it and then remedy the situation ideally. So, I mean, that would point to something positive, Pisces, but I wonder if it's going to affect your person so much that this resolution, this opening up, could take time and effort on your part, okay? I will leave it at that. So thank you again, Pisces, for tuning in.